So, guys, I've done a reading earlier just now about the changes that are going to come in the election, but I wanted, this is the last reading I'm going to do today. There's so much to do. But this is like very urgent, okay? Uh, so essentially yesterday, Avenatti showed an image of this man who was, let me just, because I have to discuss this with you before I do the reading, because it's a little bit long-winded. Okay, so there was this image of a man that he showed that he proves a meeting. It was like December 12th, 2006. And it's apparently the man, it turns out he is the head of Qatar Investment Fund. Okay. And so what's this Qatar Investment Fund? It's the company that bought Rosneft. Rosneft is this Russian oil company that was mentioned in the Steele dossier as being the reward, essentially the core of the quid pro quo. Okay, if the U.S. lifted sanctions and let Russia do whatever he wanted, Trump would get 19%, or the Trump campaign or that group would get 19% of the sale from Qatar. Okay, essentially because since the companies Rosneft were sold to Qatar, Qatar, I guess, would then transfer the money to Trump thereafter. So after the sale happened to Qatar, 3 days later, the guy from Qatar shows up at Trump Tower before the inauguration, but after the election. Okay, so that would indicate in some way that and this is like, okay, guys, pause on this. This is kind of even the crazier part. At the same time, last week, a lawsuit dropped featuring none other than Ice Cube. Yes, Ice Cube. Okay. He sued Qatar. Okay, his company sued Qatar because Qatar said that they wanted to invest in his company. So Ice Cube's business partner is supposedly close to Steve Bannon. Okay, guys, this is so crazy. Okay, so then the lawsuit alleges that this guy from Qatar was lying to them, didn't pay what he said he was going to pay. They made a deal, the money never came through. Okay. But why were they doing that? They were doing that because they wanted to share this information, pass on information to Steve Bannon. It's like, so this, like, nobody would ever like write this. It's too crazy. So then let's backtrack. Then, um, so the important piece of this about this lawsuit, what it alleges that's important is that Ice Cube or Ice Cube's partner said that this guy from Qatar bragged that Michael Flynn didn't have a, was like, so the guy offered money, I guess, to this guy or something, or like this guy to give a message to Steve Bannon saying that, I guess now the Mercers are not supporting you anymore, but we can give you whatever money you want to do whatever you want. Okay. And then essentially they bragged, this guy bragged that Michael Flynn accepted money. So implicit in this is the idea that the whole thing with Qatar went through, okay, in some way or another. So the main accusation, the most important accusation of the Steele dossier is the quid pro quo, right? So we give you lots of money and you do something for us. And the fact that this guy was there in Trump Tower after the sale of Rosneft, right after, and this guy also bragging in the lawsuit, apparently, according to the lawsuit, that Michael Flynn took money, would indicate that indeed there is something there. Okay, pause. Okay, so what I want to know, and it's something that has come up in many readings about Trump and this whole quid pro quo thing, is that I feel like he didn't receive the money, all of it, or yet, or something like that. Possibly because the sanctions haven't been lifted. So this is the question. Has Trump received the money from the Rosneft deal? Okay, because it was proposed and I think they reached a deal, but I don't know that the Russians have paid him. This is what I have been seeing, and this is why he also gets more desperate, because I think they dangle things in front of him, and he keeps hoping he's going to get his money, but he doesn't. And I feel like, guys, and I'm even closing my eyes thinking from his perspective, like, if I get this money, I'm out of here. But the Russians, I feel like they never really do give either the money or most of it or whatever, because he didn't really lift the sanctions, right? So he's always trying to lift the sanctions because that's what's going to guarantee the payoff. So, this is like a lot of information, right? So now let's see what is this. has Trump received this Rosneft money confirmation? Okay, yes or no? And then has Mueller been able to track the money trail? Okay, because I sense, guys, this is, in a way I fear this, because it's like if they made a deal but they haven't paid, it's, I feel like still the fact that there was a deal in place, if they haven't paid all of it, then I'm like, oh, it would be easier if we could prove that he has paid. Okay, so tell us about this whole thing with Qatar. The guy from Qatar, did he pay? Essentially, has Trump received the money from the Rosneft deal? Okay, has it gone to him full, or how much of it has, is it still old money? What happened? And is this related to Qatar? Okay, is this what? I'm just close my eyes here. Clarify the question. Has Trump been paid by Qatar for the Rosneft deal, which is what Avenatti is implying, and in some way the Ice Cube lawsuit is also implying? Okay, so has Trump and or his campaign organization, whatever, been paid for the Rosneft deal, which is the main thing, is the main item, the big nugget of the quid pro quo deal? Okay, so tell us about what happened. I am going to do the 3 positions. I don't want to make this too long because it'll be too complicated. Okay, if it's like 9, it's like almost too many cards. Let's do 3 positions, and then if whatever comes up, I can ask more, expand the reading. Okay, so I'm going to lower the screen. Okay, and then we'll see. Oh, this is the deal. Okay. Country, family, asserting. Okay. Honestly, this doesn't tell me a whole lot. Okay, this is the deal. Country, happy family, aggression, asserting yourself. Okay. This is also a card of wedding. So this would mean that the wedding has been, if you think about it, right? There was a deal, but then they fell in love, they got married, essentially, and now asserting yourself. So I feel like this would indicate to me that yes, would be possible. Okay, but let's see more here, more information. Dotard news. Man, okay, who is this man here? Something foreign. Election. Okay, let's see, related to foreign election. Okay, so, okay. Main person, I think of it as could be the women, but usually it's like something related to Russia. Let's see here. The house, okay, the White House. Okay, big hole, big water. It's funny, a woman and a man. Okay, what else? Good lady. Okay, what else? Short sexual stuff. Yeah, so I think it is something here related to women and Russia at the same time. Okay. Money, yeah, the money here, okay. Business. Reality hits. Okay, so guys, to be honest, I think yes, I think the issue is yes, the deal happened. This is the wedding happened in a sense, right? So it would indicate that everything was closed, and if you think of it as a symbol, the wedding is a symbol, it means like they fell in love and things went through. Now he's working to assert everything that was discussed in the wedding. Okay, consummation. So this is like the news about the White House business. The business would mean probably the sale of the money that came from the sale of the business. But then this is where it gets interesting, guys. This is a card of Big Hope, Big Water, which I always interpret as a, what's coming next. But at the same time, if you look at this card literally, it's about something that was like, it's in the future. It's a hope. It's not consumed yet. And we have the longing for something, and it's upside down. So I think this would indicate what I have described here, okay? That he's working diligently to fulfill the deal with the man and the foreign power related to the election, because in order to achieve this hope, okay, this like thing that was dangled, but it ultimately, if he's frustrated because it's not coming together, okay, in a way. All right, so that's what I think the context of this is, okay? So you know what, guys? I'm trying to think here. I don't know if I do more cards to understand this a little bit better. You know what? This I'm going to do it. I am going to leave it as is. I'm going to try to call this the context, okay, the part one. We'll put this away. And then I'm going to now do what's going on. What's the deal with the Rosneft? Like, what is the current status of the Rosneft deal? If it looks like it went through and everything is, but Trump is frustrated because there's something that needs to be fulfilled in order for this to really happen. So let's see, what's the current state of the Rosneft deal, if at all it happened, okay? Oh, money here, okay, money. Trying to move to something better, but it's not working. Upside down blackmail. Okay, so, oh, this makes sense, guys. This is making sense. That's all right. Yeah. So, yeah, because when I flip the screen, it's not going to show this way. But you see, this is upright on your, but it's actually like this for me. So it's upside down. So he's trying to, the concern here is getting the money, the cash. He's trying to make it back, to move on, to like get to it, but he's being this is what I feel like, guys. He's being blackmailed, okay, in order, before he gets to receive the money. Let's see here. The dog, okay, loyalists. Behind this, like, hidden aggression. You know what, guys? Did I shuffle these cards? I always, it's funny, I always think that. Right? So funny. Okay. So let's see here, because I've already done the other cards. It's funny. Oh, here's him. Oh, the gift, right? The bribe. The rich girl. Also, the bribe goes to the women or to the woman. Oh, interesting, guys. So this is interesting. Okay. Oh, this is like the partner, business partner. This could be Michael Cohen. Okay. This is like depression and also loss. Domestic, or somebody who works for him, or that he's a worker for them. So this is interesting, guys, because it suggests that this is what I'm thinking, guys. This is like the money. This is a card of loyalty, okay, in general, a good person. But I think essentially it's saying Trump is loyal to money. And he gets the money somehow through the business partner. He's trying to move on, and there's like all this hidden stuff related to receiving the gift that he doesn't. I feel like again, this idea of frustration, and this is the blackmail situation here, aggressive and fighting. I feel like there's a lot of infighting here with him, like a lot of, I think, again, blackmail, aggression about the women. Okay, I think this is the women, and I think. And this is domestico. Domestico, I think there's people, I feel like, guys, who work for them and watch over him. Or that he has to do the work. He has to be the domestico. He has to be the servant if he wants to get everything. Because so here's the deal, guys. What I'm understanding more here is that he needed to lift the sanctions, okay? He didn't necessarily lift the sanctions. So I think he has received part of the money, not all of it. And his loyalty is constantly tested behind the scenes through aggression. Like, they're like, you have to show us that you mean what you said, okay? And we have the information about the women, Because at the same time, I think they gave him money, indeed, some money. They kept feeding him. Not all of it, but part of it, some of it. And this is also evidence for them. So as a means to blackmail him too. So yeah, they're very aggressively blackmail him about the women, and they want him to do what he wants. So they got his business partner and they got him that way. This is what I think, guys. I'm gonna close my eyes. I'm gonna close my eyes. Let's see if I find more information about this. What's going on now? Yeah. Yeah, it's saying yeah, nail, like, yeah, it's saying, it's like, you nailed it, yes, it's true. And it's showing him, Trump, like, going crazy. It's almost like they figured out his I've said this before in another reading a while back, like, he figured out his psychological profile, and they dangle, they go hot and cold all the time, but they're very aggressive, okay? And there's ways that they send him information through, like, coded, I don't know if it's, like, I don't know, something where, like, he knows the information. I think even Michael Cohen was like, would give him information or like coded words or whatever. And those Russian guys that met up with Michael Cohen outside the courthouse, they also have information or like news for him, coded. Even they don't know exactly what the code means, but it's like they're supposed to share this information. So that's what I think, guys, is true blackmail here, okay? And it's like they're, it's literally, guys, the puppet, seriously. So that's what I think, okay? So part of it goes to the payment for the women, and part of it is like his, petty cash, quote unquote. But yeah, okay. Because it makes perfect sense. Because if they had paid him, like, think about it from like quote unquote business perspective. If they paid him already, and like he wouldn't do what they wanted, right? It's like he would still. Why is he so afraid? Because I feel like he hasn't done everything that they wanted. Okay, so. Has Mueller uncovered this? Does Mueller have evidence of this quid pro quo situation? Does he have real evidence that this happened, that money was paid now, right now? Does he have this information? This is like, this is news, bad news. Okay. Oh, negative judgment. Okay. The offer, guys. The offer card. Boom. That's it. So yeah, the news, they have negative news that suggests negative judgment because they found out about the offer. This is what I would think is a yes, but let's see. Oh, the cards are here. Yeah, this is a shady dealing behind the scenes. Oh my God, a lot of money. Wow, so perfect. Look, a long time ago or done, I think. The anchor's stability is also a long time ago, is also work of some sort, okay? Like the deal was like you be the anchor, meaning you do this X work. Money that can't be explained. Okay, it's unexpected money. Meetings, yeah, the meetings, they have the information about the meetings. And the deal, marriage card is a deal. Okay, so the deal went through, I would think, because you have the anchor and the marriage. As it indicated, interesting, in the other marriage card that I saw. Let's see here. Leggerezza, this would, guys, I think of it as a misinformation card upside down, the butterfly upside down. So, La Amica, so somebody's pretending to be a friend. It could also be the people that have flipped to Mueller, because it's like somebody who may be close to Trump but is not acting as a friend, okay? And then we have, look them onto the man upside down. Let's see, find out more about this man, because there's so many men, of course, we don't know who. A love gone wrong. Theft. Yeah, I feel like, guys, there's the sense here that there's a souring of that that Putin may have turned on him, because I think what Putin really wanted, which is like essentially he's never going to be enough, okay? But like he's not getting it. He's not getting as much as he wanted. So it says here that the man is crazy, like the love gone wrong, and something related to it being illegal. Woman here. Desperate things is done. So yeah, it may come out, I think, but let's see. I'm gonna close my eyes, guys. So what does Mueller have now about this? Does he have enough? Does he have about this? He has bank accounts from Cyprus. He has Flynn. He has Gates. He has someone else that we don't know about. A foreigner. I feel like German. Maybe, I don't know if it has to do with Deutsche Bank or something, but so, and he has intercepted communications, and he has these code words that he has interpreted He has understood it, what it means, and he can tell, he knows that Trump is extremely desperate because of this. It's almost like, guys, Trump is like, he, the presidency bothers him, whatever. But what really bothers him is not getting the money. He's desperate about money. He loves money. That's all he cares about. So that's what is driving him crazy, okay? Okay, because I feel like he saw the presidency as a solution for him to acquire the money. He doesn't really care about, like, whatever, the job, we know that, right? But so I think essentially what this is saying is that, like, it's like the middle. And I wish I could tell you guys that, yeah, there's somewhere there's like 200 million waiting for him. I don't think it's there yet. I'm trying to think. Oh, you know what? This is a question that I have. I even forgot that was the beginning of the question, okay, which is, what is the role of Qatar in all this? Does Qatar have some sort of evidence about this quid pro quo that they, because I've seen before that Qatar may be working with Mueller because of what Jared did, okay? Does Qatar have evidence of this, and that has shared them? What does Qatar have? Okay, something being exposed, going to be exposed, isolation, madness. Oh, dark secret coming out. So yes, I would think yes. Conversations, stocks, recordings, money, or boss. Cut. Something's going. Oh, big secret. False person. Hello, this is Qatar. Hello, Robert Mueller. We have information about false person. Okay, here I'm going to press play. Okay. I mean, guys, I can't do Trump, but it's like, it's gonna be Putin's like, I'm calling from Russia. I said give you 300 million, but you have to live with sanctions. If you don't live sanctions, I'm going to cut you up. I'm going to kill you. I'm going to end up your life. I'm tired of your bullshit. You are dumb, you're fat, you're full of shit. Democrats are right, you are horrible. You are a piece of shit. And you are a pedophile, I know it. Oh my god, what did I do? So anyway, guys, yeah, they have conversations here that would indicate that he's a false person. Oh, he's worried. Somebody's worried. Oh, really? Why? Oh, this money cannot be explained. Oh, more here. Oh, worried. Look, worried about the journey. Else. Oh, another one. Oh no, grief and adversity. Oh no, not him. No. Okay, next. Cried. Oh, whoop. Really? No. No, what? Oh no. Hopeless. I'm hopeless. Woo. I'm exposed as an enemy. Huh. So yeah, guys, I think so. Okay, so as I've seen before, guys, this is interesting. This is like, there's stuff that has to come out yet related to these conversations that prove that he's a false. I've had this feeling before that they have recorded something that leads to an ending. Okay, death, morte. Okay, person crazy, isolated. He's the boss, or it could be the money. It's all about money, and he's worried. It's like his mental state is very fragile, guys. Look, he's worried. And then I pull out more cards, okay, on top of this to understand more what he's worried about or what's this man. And we got here journey, right? So something foreign would be the foreign power. And then grief and adversity. So the grief and adversity that's going to come as a result of him not fulfilling the deal with the foreign power. Guys, I'm going to say this is, I hope you don't mind, like, it sounds crazy, not sounds crazy, but it's like harsh to say, but it's exactly what I think the cards say too. Trump doesn't really care about us, the country. He cares about the money that comes. He cares about pleasing whoever's giving that money. It's the foreign power. Okay, so that's it. So he's like upset about what the journey, meaning the people, foreign influence people, could do to him. And the money here is going to be cut. Okay, because you have here dark secret coming out that is sudden. And it's going to cut the money. And guys, this combination, actually, I have to look back at the Roy Moore reading. This is like, I remember this card very well, like this coming out, and also the scythe. So it's going to create an ending for him. And as you saw with Roy Moore, I remember when stuff came out, he didn't want to leave, but still it was bad enough that he ended him. And there's this money that can't be explained. Okay, so then we have here the bottom, we have the morte upside down, we have lack of hope, and the exposure of him as an enemy. So So yeah, so I think, guys, this information indeed shows, I think they know, I feel like the Qatari people know a lot about, I think they have the money, not just the money trail, but they have some sort of evidence about his mental state, or like they know that he's crazy, okay? That he's willing to do anything for money and that he doesn't really care. So conversations about the money lead to a cut. Or also could be the meetings, okay? That the meetings that that happened, okay? And that Trump is worried. But anyway, so that's that. I do think that the Qataris may have indeed information, not just financial information, but also I think maybe recordings or something like that, okay, about Trump. Okay, so I'm going to stop here, guys. This was intense today. Okay, bye.